So, are there not any other reviews for Sprung on YouTube? I didn't see any. Cause girl, I don't even know why you entertaining Montel. I mean, Randy, he ain't got no money. Let's go. Guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Torry here with another struggle review, here to discuss Sprung. T-Pain early 2000s Sprung. Now this movie is from 1997. It stars Tisha Campbell, Cundieff, Paula Parker, all the good black people in the 90s, you know what I'm saying. Now before I get into all things Montel, Claude, Adina, and Brandy, I need you guys to drop down and subscribe to my channel and like this video. I'm gonna give you guys a moment to do that, and then we're gonna come back and discuss all things hater. You know, everybody who say they're your friend ain't really always your friend all the time. Sometimes it's a hater in disguise, waiting, sitting, plotting. Watch your back.
Go back.
Now that you guys have hopefully subscribed to see more of me, let's get into this video. But before we jump into the movie, I have to give a shout out to the person who paid for it and requested this movie. So if you happen to get your whole John Witherspoon hand on your balls ass like, it's not because of me, it's because of this person right here. Thank you so much for supporting me and paying for this content. Clearly, you have some money. Now, getting into this movie was directed by Cundieff, who also stars in the film. He also had assistance from Darin Scott. They also worked on the films Tales from the Hood and Fear of the Black Hat. Now, we start off the movie with a wedding scene, and it is presumed that Brandy and Montel are the ones who are jumping the broom. We get into our four characters. We start off with Montel and Claude, who couldn't be more different. Now, of course, we have Montel. He is honest, he's sincere, he's kind, he's funny, he's ambitious. What more could a woman want? And sadly, that's when we instantly get into this movie being a reflection still to this day. Today, and in 1997, Montel is considered soft, a simp, a wimp, whack, a Russell Wilson. Then we get into the color-struck dynamics and we get into Claude. You know, black is back. You know, you light-skinned brothers, y'all ain't never gotta work too hard to get some. All you gotta do is unleash your soft curly afro and all the bitches come running. See me, a dark-skinned chocolate brother like me, always have to do something a little extra to make a bitch notice. Like, absolutely love Claude. Torry, Chicago, does an amazing job. Now, on the other hand, Claude is deceitful, a player, he's flashy, he's a liar, he's a poser who only has one thing on his mind and is willing to do and say whatever to get it. And that's including fake bank statements, fake Porsche keys, and overall fake perception and persona of who he really is. Low down. I do love that right away, even though this is a comedic film, we do see that Claude has a different perception of himself, and he is doing all of these things, lying, the suits, trying to tell Montel what to do with himself because this is what he thinks it takes to get a woman, when in actuality, he is not comfortable with himself and he feels like he's not good enough. And we also have Miss Tisha Campbell here as Brandy. I love when we can get Tisha Campbell in a comedic role. She has great comedic timing. Now, Brandy here is not for the bullshit and the games, the lies, the chase. She's honest, she's lighthearted, but she is hurt and really, really guarded because she doesn't think there is anything new under the sun except for dogs. And then we get into the homie Adina. Adina is here. Cause I will be a freak until the dawn. and we can pump all through the night to the early morning. She about to take you around the world on Gangsta Lean. Adina is here. Now, Adina is here and she is after the bag in a skin-tight dress and a brand new wig. She's superficial, she's shallow, she's a player in her own right, and she is that girl. She is clearly trying to, throw some of her shit onto Brandy, but Brandy is her own individual as well as Montel. But I love the fact that both of these friends feel like they know what's best. I know what you need to wear. I know what you need to do to put yourself out there to get a man. Real ass bitch, give a fuck about a nigga. Big bank, can't take 5-6 figures. Stripes on my ass, so he caught his pussy ticker. Fucking on his scamming ass, rich ass nigga. Like, Adina is very much so a city girl. Don't you just love how Claude and Adina right away want to tell them what they should do to have a woman, have a significant other, have a man, like these friends normally do. Meanwhile, they don't have a man or a woman or a relationship in sight. Don't listen to those people. Now, I absolutely love that this movie does not take itself very, very serious. It's very, very much so on the nose comedy. You see a lot of things, a lot of perceptions, especially at this party through a female and male gaze. Females literally see physical dogs when they see men. And when we have the guys pretty much objectifying and sexualizing all the women at the party, you literally have women running around half-ass naked in lingerie. Or even Adina in her freaking X-ray vision, bum, pimp, crackhead, gay. My options are limited. Like, she is able to clock and adhere to so much. But I absolutely love that from the very beginning, out of everybody in the party that they both could have connected to, he happened to connect with Adina. Adina and Claude met each other for a reason. Nobody was really vibing with them. If Adina did see someone, she wasn't really checking for them. And every single woman saw straight through Claude and walked away except for her. From very early on, you see that they were meant to be. And you can also see yourself reflected in every single one of these characters straight from the very beginning. Of course, we have Brandy. Brandy is here at the party. She's been ready to go. She has no time for it. I love that we have that perception of Brandy maybe coming off as that bitter, scorned black woman, but you can see deep down that she has trust issues and she's guarded, but she would really low-key love to be with someone. And then we have Montel. Wasn't nobody checking for Montel's ass at that party. He is perceived as soft. Doesn't red mean stop? Work it out. Work it out. Like, get away from me. Nobody is checking for him coming walking around with his nice guy routine, but he's just really actually being himself. And then you have Adina, who's very, very shallow. Of course, standard us, we are looking for everything but personality and who the person is. Like, what is he wearing? How nice is his teeth? How big is his feet? How long is her hair? How big is her butt? We are only looking at the physical aspect. And then you have goddamn Claude. Claude is just trying to get some, I'm motherfucking Mac of the century. Like, Claude is just trying to hit it and quit it and move on to the next. This is still very relevant right now, y'all. We ain't grown none. After we have Claude and Adina pretty much abandon their friends for the aspects of what they could get from each other. Cause girl, he got money. I absolutely love Paula John Parker here in this movie. Not to mention, baby was fine. I was like, look at Paula looking good in this movie. The outfits and the hair was on point. Wig changed for every day. The colors is so 90s and it's still, kind of reflective of some shit that we would wear now. It came back into style. Paula Jaws Parker, Adina's wardrobe here, on point. And then we get into wanna read your mind, know your deepest feelings, wanna make it right for you. Baby, show me, let me share the mystery. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on. Listen to your heart tonight. We get into that Quincy Jones secret garden. We get into Adina's ass falling for the okie doke and Claude sinking his claws literally into her. I love this little romantic scene. It is also filled with comedy, especially when we get into the actual sex. We see her coming in and she knows that she should be guarded and maybe protect herself because you said you had all this money, this large ass bank statement. Yeah, we at this little rinky dink ass apartment with these 70s ass aesthetics. What's really going on? But Claude is just oh so smooth, and Adina is so busy worried about the financial gain that she might get because he got money. She goes into it, and I love how much their personalities match each other right away because it's not just sex for them. They are really so into the sex. They're reaching their climaxes, but they are trying to best each other. Come on, you big black stallion motherfucker! Like they're serenade, say Adina, Adina, spell it, Adina. Like they having a really really good time, but you see just how much they are alike. Like y'all belong together. Stop playing. Y'all don't deserve nobody else but each other. You belong with Clyde Henderson. Clyde Henderson. Clyde Henderson. I've been played. You fake cologne wearing, cash money fake. Wanna be a Mac but ain't got the right. You just take me home. I'm macking them up. I'm macking them a little like them going back and forth, arguing with each other because they low-key kind of bested one another in the situation. It is so funny and probably the most memorable part of the movie, the whole thing. And your stick ain't worth it neither. That whole situation, like, don't you just love when you know you rock somebody's world, but as soon as they fuck with you, know all of a sudden, oh, you dusty with your little ass dick, you bald-headed up. Like, you all kind of derogatory things because I'm not what you thought I was. Like, no, don't do that. That whole car chase scene, Clyde running out in the smallest green fucking underwear that you would ever want to see in your goddamn life. Get off this car, Negro. I don't want you no more. Oh, no you didn't. Not my good hair. I hope you die. Like, that shit is forever funny. Still funny to this day. I don't care when you watch it. It's always gonna be funny. After we have Clarence Williams make a whole little cameo, you know, you want the shit, we're gonna get to the shit. Like, what is that? Is it a 40? It's a 42. Yeah, it's perfect. Take it off. Like, we have them go through the whole trials and tribulations of the night. They're so negative, so combative, and so upset with each other when they both went into it for the wrong reasons and got outed. Now, once that happens, we get into the scene that I love and remember for being so funny. But when we went back to it now at the age that I am at, in the day and age that we were in, you know that grab your balls, John with a spoon, girl, I know you want these nuts. No, not like that. He said it and did it like he was doing something to himself. Grab your balls, girl, I know you want them. Girl, I know you want these nuts. If she don't want them, bring them jingle bells to Denise, because Denise will ring them right. That shit will forever and always be funny. But the whole dynamic took some of the sting out of the funny. Her feeling scorn and wanting revenge makes a false report of whole ass assault to get at Claude. I was like, damn, this like totally went dark. I don't know why I didn't acknowledge that before or even think about it as, you know, a wrong thing. I think we were too busy laughing, but that was absolutely not okay and should not be used as a joke. Assault happens in so many forms all the time. People seeking revenge, women or, you know, other counterparts seeking revenge and, you know, giving false claims is very, very wrong, especially when we have so many real claims that go, you know, pushed aside or not believed. Don't do that shit. Adina was wrong for that. Now, it's at that point that we switch over to the parallels of Montel and Brandy, and it is completely the opposite of Claude and Adina. Whereas, you know, they started off for the wrong reasons and they're, you know, getting into the sex and say my name. We have Brandy and Montel. They're really combative. It's quite a negative setup because Brandy is so guarded and she's coming off so harsh. But once we have Montel kind of break those walls down, they realize, you know, how much they have in common and that they are actually good people. It might be even better people together. And we get off into this whole whirlwind, you know, those first couple of months of the relationship. You that budding honeymoon phase when you're just in love, and it goes like into this fairy tale aspect territory as far as romance. It's so romantic. Montel always knows, those perfect things to say. They're, going on these really great dates. It's really innocent. They're really taking the time to get to know each other and not worried about the superficial aspects of the other person. You have them, break each other's walls down. They slowly get to know each other before they really interact, and come hard with the love. We're going to get into coming hard with the goddamn love. But it is just so truly romantic. It just seems like it's some storybook situation. Meanwhile, you have Claude and freaking Adina instantly hating because they're worried about how this is affecting their friend and how this is affecting their friendship. Those whole, if I don't have a man, you don't have a man. If I don't have a woman, you don't have a woman. What you need with a woman? We don't need nobody. We got each other. She ain't shit. Like, don't do that. It's just always gonna be a hater somewhere. They were so instant to hate. And it's like the worst kind of friends that you could have, because they weren't thinking about them as a whole or trying to be supportive of them as a couple. They were thinking about how this affects me. Misery was absolutely loving company. But after we have Montel inform Brandy that, he makes love for days and, the multiple ways to love someone. Montel is very, very smart. He's very layered, very sincere, and very sensitive. Good man, you know what I'm saying? Even though we were going into corny territory, it's, what woman doesn't want to hear these things? He's such a fleshed out human being and so in touch with different sides of himself outside of just the sexual aspects of the relationship. It's real special. We have Brandy falling deeper and deeper and harder. Meanwhile, we have their two friends so fucking unhappy that they conspired together to break them up. That's some dark shit. Now that's after we leave the most awkward, obscure sex scene ever. Like, Rusty, I love you, man. Tisha, love you even more. Whose idea was it to have that photographic snapshot, awkward ass sex situation happening? Like, or nothing at all. I was, what? Whose idea was that? Don't do that again. Don't do that again. And then we have to go on a rampage with Montel coming hard with his love. Child, the cheesiness of it all, like, it is completely comical, but it's the fucking night. I use what's down here to enforce what's up here. I come hard with my love down here because I'm a man. Yeah, you tell him, I'm a man. I come hard with my love. Like, what? Oh God, so fucking cringy, but you gotta love it. They'll be sick of the milk before they even buy the cow. Oh, don't touch me. You don't even know what it look like. I know what it look like. It's that big thing with a crack in it. Still got it, girl. Still got it, girl. They conspire so much to create and plant these seeds of doubt. I love that even though they are conspiring and it's all about Brandy and Montel and breaking them up, you have them bond with each other in that moment, and you still see how much they actually have in common, but they are too busy worried about sabotaging their friend's relationship. We have them introduce them to people who are in miserable ass couples. They tell them, oh, what if your spouse gets fat? Why are you moving in? What if she's a hoe? What if he's this? What about money? He ain't got no money. And it's, they are seeing the bigger picture. But I love this person. This person has ambition. They have a beautiful soul. No matter what they do, they cannot break them up for shit. That is until we have them conspire enough to make it look like Montel is cheating just to break them up. When I tell you these two fucking people were miserable after this whole situation, this is a movie, real life, bitch, you can be my friend. You are so worried about me. Meanwhile, with you guys conspiring, you're realizing a lot about each other. Clyde is not some random ass bum. He does have a plan for his life and for himself to be in management. He's actually smart. Adina may have more substance to her than to just be worried about the money. We might have something more with each other outside of sex, but we never took the time to get to know each other. You were chasing the bag and I was too busy being something that I wasn't. But that is way before we get to the hotel hotel room and setting Montel up to cheat, and Brandy walking in on them. Like, first of all, that shit was funny that he set her up and she's all, you know, ready to go, and she's like breaking down because she's a goddamn prostitute and her life went astray. That was hilarious. But the whole facade to get Montel drunk, pay for the woman to be there, set Brandy up to, you know, gaslight her to take her ass up there, that was a lot of forethought and a lot of planning from somebody who was supposed to be friends. Now, after we get to the end and they initially have them just break up and they're so excited for it in the beginning, but so sad afterwards because they realize how miserable their friends are. And oh, we have to do this. And oh, we have to fix this. And now they want to repair something. Y'all should have done this shit in the first place. It took for you to break us up for you to learn your whole mistakes. Friends, I don't think so. They tried to initially repair it and set them up and, you know, have this whole romantic setup, but they can't do that without being forthcoming with the information and talking about what they did. And even in that moment, they're apologizing but still placing blame. But you know, you go, oh girl, y'all was doing the most. I was trying to do y'all a favor. Look how happy y'all are now. Like, I will whip your ass. Like, it was just absolutely too much. And even in that moment, they even have a revelation of, you know, hey, why let this wonderful ass room go to waste? Let's just get it in ourselves. And I'm sure even prior to that, they knew that they had some romantic inkling and some liking for each other. It just took that moment for it to be placed in bold print and for them to actually embark on a relationship. It took for you to fuck my shit up for you to have a relationship? All right. Now, even though Claude and Adina created so much doubt, we do end on a good note of them repairing their relationships on their own terms, not some hotel-ass setup, and finding forgiveness in each other and trust again, and they are once again the happy couple, but not the happiest, ready to walk down the aisle couple, because come to find out, that was actually Adina and Claude, the people who were so anti-relationship, anti-marriage, anti-Sprung, anti-man, anti-woman, anti-everything, ended up getting married because all along they actually wanted what their friends had, and when they got it, they valued it so much that they wanted to keep it and get married. And who the fuck was looking sideways like, you know, we ain't ready for that, we ain't trying to get married, we just chilling, we happy in our little space? Montel and Brandy. Everybody's relationship and outlooks are not going to be the same. Some things somebody might be ready for, somebody else might not be ready for that shit. But it ends on a very good, happy note. We have marriage, love, and communication, and also a reminder, you know, not to trust your friends with every single thing. Let your relationship and your thoughts be your own separate thought. Embark on your relationship when, how, and where you feel like it on your own terms. Because everybody is not going to be happy for you. Some people can be haters. Well, you guys, that was my review for Sprung. I hope you enjoyed it. Please drop down and tell me what you thought about my video. I appreciate you for watching. I look forward to reading you guys' comments. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.